Cuddy Cut.
That thing on up a little weight, don't bother me. You gotta be 2-7 if you really want to do something. You gotta be 2-7. You really want to do something.
What up, y'all?
Girl, I like a little cushion. I like a little cushion on whatever I'm pushing. I tell her back that thing on up a little weight, don't bother me. Girl, I don't see nothing wrong with all that you got going on. Tell her back that thing on up a little weight, don't bother me. Girl, I like a little cushion. I like a little cushion on whatever I'm pushing. I tell her back that thing on up a little weight, don't bother me. Girl, I don't see nothing wrong with all that you got going on. Tell her back that thing on up a little weight, don't bother me.
Homegrown with the southern charm, look like you never missed a meal from your mama. Good Lord, little weight don't bother me. Ooh, when you really get to moving, boy, you damn near suffocate. I love it when you make me sing, oh baby, the little weight don't bother me.
This the NC beat, I got a freak like Pablo Pete. 980 and DO4 is where the Charlotte leads. 252 for the Greenville. Hat on blue for the Tar Heels. I can edge them on this paradox like crack foes, like the locks. We knock bolts and the knots. Now I know when he talks how I can't even announce my parents' script to reach the doctor. When this ball point to close, my mental travel hellish spots like astro projection. Cannot conjoint the two of us if there is no connection. But you can close section. The NCB, the NCB. The NCB, the NCB, whoa, whoa.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, I love you, Mr. Jackson, for real, I do.
I almost got away. If it wasn't for that goddamn Gerald Jackson and the NCB mob, I almost got away. Gots to be more careful.
That's damn right. You got the people, mother. Careful when you come around here to the NCB street. Shout out to everybody that's going on, child. We got some heavy wind in my area, child. The connection may be a little bad tonight, but we're going to try to get on through it. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. This is your boy, Gerald Jackson. And you know what? It's a lot of fuck shit going on out here in these damn streets. It's a lot of fuck shit going on in these streets. And a lot of you hoes gonna be roasted tomorrow. I'm talking about roasted down to the ground. Thank you for the cash app. You hoes gonna be roasted down to the ground on tomorrow. Guys, to be more careful when you come around here to these NCB streets, y'all. I'm so sorry the connection's fucked up, but we gonna try to get through this tonight. So y'all know Larry Reid is still being roasted and toasted down to the ground. And it seems like one of his longtime friends by the name of Vincent Terrill Hill has decided that and expose Larry Reid. And a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say about Vincent. They had a lot to say about him. They was talking about why it took you so long to come out. Why it took you so long to come out. Why did it take you so long to come out? So he had to respond. He did not want to go on with his life, knowing that people would like to know why now? Why now? Why now did you decide to come out and tell the people this story about Larry Reid? We're so glad that you came out and you told us everything that Larry Reid had been doing, but we do still have a little, a little bit more questions for you, sir, on, why you decided, why now you decided to come out. See, this is the thing I have. Either you had the Holy Ghost or you didn't have the Holy Ghost. Okay. Thank you so much, baby. Thank you so much, Valentine TV. Either you had the Holy Ghost or you didn't have the Holy Ghost. What you mean, Gerald? What you saying? What I'm saying is, out of all these years that we done seen Larry Reid and Vincent up here in together doing that show, all the while they were doing that show, they kept telling the people that they had the Holy Ghost and that they was called by God and that they was anointed. And at no point Did the Holy Ghost or Vincent kick in? Now, let me tell you something. I ain't paying nobody. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm giving my opinion. I got some clips from his video. Why now? Okay. I got some clips. Y'all let me know if the connection messing up a little bit. Is the connection messing up a little bit? If the connection is messing up a little bit, then we're going to have to restart the live. Okay. Can y'all see me just good? Everything good? Everything good? Let me know. They said it's freezing. It's freezing. Let me know. Okay, they said I'm good. All right. So Vincent went live Friday night, and he had a lot to say about why now, because people have been asking him, why you just now coming out talking about Larry Reid and or exposing Larry Reid, and you know, you was over there with him when all of this shit was going on. Now I'm gonna say I don't too much care. Y'all said it's messing up a little bit. Is it messing up a little bit? Let me know. Let me see what's going on. I don't know. I can't even see y'all. A lot of y'all comments. I mean, it's okay. Well, we're gonna try to move it on along. Okay. Okay, I'm clear. Okay, so y'all know Vincent came out Thursday night of last week, and he said that, well, he ain't say, well, he did say, but he also included some audio clips of Larry admitting, you know, that he had done something to Levontre in a way that Larry said on audio that Shamako had told him to go to Vincent because Vincent was good at handling these things. And that's one of the questions that I didn't see anybody put in the comments. And that's one of the questions that I have, Mr. Vincent. Why do everybody think that you are the person to handle these things? You get what I'm saying? Why? I mean, I'm trying to understand, why would Shamako and Larry know to go to you to handle these things, these type of things? Now, some of you may say, well, Gerald, it could have been any type of thing. It could have been any type of thing that he was meaning. Well, you're right. It could have been, but you didn't specify. So that's why we have some questions. And we want to know, why is it that, what type of things do you put out? You say you put out a lot of fires in the church. So is this the first time that a molestation allegation came up? Or you used to put fires out like this? I just want to know what that like this mean. You know what I'm saying? So somebody write that down, like this. We want to know about that. So Vincent went live and he wanted to tell his story about why he decided to do it. I got some clips here. I'm gonna read y'all what his clips say, and then, you know, I'm gonna give my commentary on it, let y'all know what I think about the situation, and then, you know, that's what it's gonna be. Because y'all hoes need to be really getting ready for tomorrow. Okay. So I'm gonna start with the why now. I'm gonna read y'all some clips. I got a lot of notes, so I'm gonna read y'all this video in a little bit of time. Right now, Vincent said that he realized that the same darkness that caused him to stay in the community with Larry for 15 years was on the same level of darkness that lived in him. I want y'all to pay attention to this, because you got a person who's coming. Oh Lord Jesus, I don't want these people to think I'm being paid by how you like fuck ass Larry. But I just got to tell the truth, okay? Because we are thankful. Let me say this. We thank you, Vincent, that you finally came out to help Levontre. We thank you. We're glad that you did, okay? But I do got to ask these questions and, you know, get my commentary on this. All right, so he said that he realized that the same darkness that caused him to stay in the community with Larry Reid for 15 years was on the same level of darkness that lived in him. Meaning that, never mind. Let me just move on. Let me get on through this. Okay, let me get on through this, and then we're gonna come back to that. Okay, because I'm trying to understand The same darkness that caused you to stay with Larry was the same darkness that lived in you. So what you saying is all that shit that you and Larry and all these people had going on over all these years that now you want to come out and tell, meaning that you already had it in you. We could tell a little bit on that damn live stream you did Friday, Vincent. I thought you weren't gonna try to, but let me leave that alone. You did show a little bit. All right, so he said that well, in his video, he admitted that he was the problem. Okay, he didn't expound on that, but he said he admitted that he was the problem. I admit that I was the problem. He said that that's why he was able to leave Larry, okay, and the entire network and come back because he left them, but the darkness did not leave him. Meaning that all that shit that they had going on over there, he took that shit with him. Okay, but he was able to come back because this wasn't nothing new for him. Look, I'm just giving my opinion. I'm giving my opinion. Okay, now you may not interpret this the way I interpreted it. Right? He said that he left Larry Reid in 2018, and he returned in 2021. He said that he was there a year, 1 year with Larry. But he said why now was because after therapy and having conversations on his Safe Space channel, he began to see how dark everything truly was. Now, I'm just telling y'all what he said now. He said members of Larry community had found him, okay, came over to Safe Space and said that they needed healing. He said it was disappointing to him because what Larry and them had been preaching and teaching and professing, they weren't doing it. Now you got a hurt member of the LRL network coming over to the Safe Space trying to get cleansed. He said that made him angry. He said that it made him furious that mishandling was still going on in addition to what he believed was an abuse of finances. Okay. Now he said that now was the time for him to cleanse his soul and free his soul. And let me say this. I understand where Vincent is coming from. I got to play devil's advocate here. I got to understand where he's coming from because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, it's like, okay, you get in a car, you've been drinking and driving, you go out there and you hit somebody, right? And when you hit them, later on you find out that somebody died in that car accident caused by you. That's gonna fuck with your mentality. That's gonna fuck with your conscience. You get what I'm saying? That's gonna bother you. You're not gonna be able to sleep. So he feels like that him coming out now, okay? He feels like that him coming out now was the perfect time for him to cleanse his soul and free his soul. Okay? He said that because he decided to come out and expose Larry and cleanse his soul and cleanse his spirit and cleanse his mind and cleanse that dig that was running up in, he decided that now is the time to free his soul. I get that part. Okay. He said that he can clearly see now or see the mess that he was in and how it almost consumed his life. I didn't understand that because he had said he was already in darkness. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Maybe he means his darkness and Larry's darkness. He said after he worked through his issues and his healing, he saw how he assisted Larry to hurt many people, even when he portrayed that he wanted to help. He said that therapy and talking about it finally made it click how playing in Larry Reid's ex-wife Lisa's face was evil while they were married. Y'all know Larry was fucking them men while Larry was fucking Vincent. You know that damn lady is not about to come back to you, try to talk to you. You was fucking her man and lying in her damn face, and now you want everybody to believe that you telling the truth now. What's the difference between then and now? I got something for y'all later on. We just trying to lay this meat down. He said that He doesn't want to walk around and carry that conscience on his life. He said, I don't want no damn money. He said that he laughed and smiled in Lisa's face, and that was not right. And he can walk around with that conscience. So at this point, I'm trying to understand, okay, are you apologizing for lying to Lisa, or are you apologizing for every damn thing? So then he goes on to Levontre Andrews. He says that though he will never understand the full context of Levantre's story, why? Because he really didn't know and couldn't track it. Okay. He reiterated how Larry said in the audio to reach out to him to cover stuff up like this. Okay. And again, why would everybody know you, the person, to cover up stuff like this? Because when you're talking about these type of allegations, molestation, you need to really differentiate what you're saying from what you're not saying. You understand what I'm saying? Because people like me be paying attention. He says he remembered the night it was going on. Says that Larry pulled everybody into an office and told them. He said when he finally caught up with Larry, he asked Larry, what's going on? He said that Larry said, nothing, don't worry about it. He said that Levontre came back after that. He said years later, someone who was close to him said that he needed to go talk to Levontre. Says that he spoke to Levontre, said that that's when he, found out that Levontre had allegedly been molested by Larry Reid. Okay. He said that he believed that Larry and them did not come to him or would not tell him because they knew he would blow the whistle. But you didn't even blow the whistle when he did it to you after you sat up on live and told the people that you told Levontre that Larry Reid did similar things to you. Why didn't you tell? Okay, let me see. Okay. All right. The fencer. Oh, I forgot because he was part of that. Walking around the room with thongs on, cleaning up for Larry, because Larry was writing them checks, paying all the bills. Okay, so he said the fencer in him. Now, if y'all already watched that video, y'all know these clips are on point, right? He said the fencer in him would not have allowed Levontre to get to come back if he would have known about these allegations being out there. He said nobody called the cops. Nobody did an article or nothing. He said the Levontre Andrews has shared enough truth to where his voice deserves to be heard. Now, let me say this because I want to stop right here before I get carried away. If I can remember, right? Let me pull my phone there. Let me pull this up because I want to be correct and I want y'all to think about what I'm about to say. So, in his video Friday, Vincent said that this is what he said. He said that he left Larry's in August of 2021. Okay. Was it August 2021? Let me see. Hold on. Or was it 22? I think he said 2021. No. I'm sorry. He said in February. In February 2022, he had left. Okay, let me see something real quick. Hold on. I just need to make sure I got my date right with this. Y'all know I'm always pulling up something. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Hold on, I need to get this date right. Hold on, I need to get this date right. Let me get this date right real quick. Thank y'all so much for tuning in on tonight. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Okay. So he said that, now listen. He said that he left in February of 2022. A year later, he left. Okay. Now, Tasha K did this video on Levontre in January 2023, a year later, or nearly a year later from when Vincent had left. Okay. But he said that he did not know about Levantre's story, right? He did not know about Levantre's story. Now check this out. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, right? 7 months after Tasha K do the interview in 2023, that's when Vincent says that he last spoke to Larry was in August of 2023. So during this time, he was being paid by Larry. The rest of the money that Larry owed him. So I'm confused when you say that you did this to cleanse your soul and your spirit, but it seems like that you wasn't going to say nothing to defend Levontre until you got your last check. So you got your last payment. That's why I called that fraud. That's why I called that out. Because I was like, Vincent, you left in 18, came back in 2021, left in February 2022. You said that you told Larry if he didn't like what was going on, because that's in my clips, so I'm skipping all over my clips. But I'm trying to understand. Tell these people the reason why you really did not speak out. It was because you hadn't got your last check yet, and you didn't want Larry to not pay you your money that you were owed until you got your check. That's why you paid. Because the interview came out in January. You left Larry in February 2022, right? You left him then. January 2023, the interview with Levontre comes out, parts on Facebook, whole thing on Tasha K's website, according to you. And then you come out after your last check or your last conversation with Larry in August, after all the money is. Listen, in no way am I saying what he did was wrong. I just did not agree with the fact that he was saying now was the time to cleanse his spirit and his soul. Because if the time for you to cleanse your spirit and your soul, it would have been immediately after Tasha K dropped that interview in January of 2023. So you manipulating people and Larry's manipulating people. We thank you for this, but it just did not make sense to me. Listen, when I listen to people, I don't dig to see if they slip up, if they say something that's not true or something wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I listen if it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, now y'all tell me what y'all, now I'm not saying, listen, okay? Larry and Vincent already had an agreement to pay him or what have you. Get what I'm saying? So if y'all already had an agreement to get paid, or Larry was to pay you, I would have just went ahead and put it on out there when I found out that Levontre went to Tasha K and the interview dropped. I just don't believe that he got this full story when he spoke to Levontre. How can you, what did Levontre tell you on the phone differently that he told you on Tasha K? I'm just trying to understand. But at the end of the day, you had the opportunity to come out when this man first came. Now, if you and Larry had an agreement and when it was Larry's, you know, and your agreement or your decision or y'all's decision to for him to pay you for whatever work you did, he should still honor that. Although you would have came out and said, wait, Larry Reid, you are lying. You did do this to Levontre because you did it to me. But instead, you waited until you got your last check, which is why people was on your ass and on your neck, because we want to know why you just now coming out to defend Levontre. Instead of saying it was to cleanse your spirit, or instead of saying that you didn't want Larry to not pay you your money for the work that you had done, so you waited. Instead of just saying that, you come out here with all of this. All right. I'm just saying. Okay, he said that he said let me see. Levontre Andrews has shared enough truth to where his voice deserves to be heard. He said he spoke to Levontre, he looked through the camera, and he said he felt conflicted. He looked Levante straight in his eyes in his camera, and he said, Levante, I felt conflicted. He said he was stuck between a guy that he helped raise and the people he called family. Okay. Said that, but if you didn't know Levante's story, then why would you be saying you felt conflicted? It sounds like the way he was talking made it seem like that he knew about Levante's story, but didn't say nothing. Pay attention. Said he's stuck between a guy that he helped raise. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna choose Larry over you, liar. I wouldn't even included this in my open letter or my why now, because it don't make sense to me. Do y'all understand where the baddest blogger coming from? Does this make sense to you? This makes sense to you. I know y'all dead tonight. I promise. It's okay. We're gonna be lit tomorrow night, but I got to get this out because this is just my reaction. I'm just giving y'all my thoughts to everything. Okay, right? So he said, he was stuck between a guy that he helped raise, which was Levante, and the people he called family, which was Larry now. He said that he never gave an official statement. And if you paid attention, when Larry brought all those people to do a little press conference or do a little panel to attack Levante and talk about how he was a liar, he said he was not there. He said he thought it was the best way to get through it was to shut up. Why now? He said the hustle of money and fame blind him. He said being blind by becoming rich and successful, even if it meant on the back of others, which he said was wrong. He said when he came back in 2021, I told y'all, I just spoke about it because I was all over my cliffs. He said things changed a little and said, let me join the hustle. And he did and made good money doing it. I was confused about that, Beat Mob, because you telling us that all this shit with Larry had. See, this shit pisses me off because people always try to cover their ass. I'm gonna tell y'all my final thoughts a little bit. I'm just going by because I want y'all to hear this and understand this. This is just my interpretation, my opinion. I'm not saying this is how he really felt. Let me say this. This is all my opinion. Okay. Said when he came back in 2021, things changed a little. Okay, you left in 2018. You told us in your video Thursday that a lot of shit was going on. For all of these years, of the 15 years, all of these years you've been with Larry. So what changed from the hoeing, from the robbing the people, from the sowing seeds, taking money from the people, from all the fucking, from all y'all flying out of town, all y'all sleeping together, Larry backing that ass up, throwing that dick around on you, him, whatever the case may be. So what changed? They stopped? Or did it become a little bit more about God? And you want to be a part of that? I'm confused on this, Vincent. You got to help me clarify this. You said when he came back in 2021, he said things changed a little. And he said, let me join the hustle. And he did and made good money doing it. I'm trying to understand what he meant by that, y'all. This is just my interpretation. On February 2022, he left before Larry's birthday in 2022. Said he came back. I already told you about that. He said that he and Larry had got into it about the reality show. He said Larry started running his mouth. And he started running his mouth back. But he said he thought it was cool because they were friends. Okay. He said, but Larry started going to that old thing, I'm your prophet and all of this and all of that. And he told Larry, in his words, if you don't like it, fire me. He said, Larry is lying when Larry said he just fired him. He said, Vincent said, that's not what happened. He said he told Larry if he did not like it, fire. He said that Larry fired him. Okay. He said that he was blind. Well, that's not what happened. He said, yeah, Larry didn't like it, so Larry fired him. Okay. He said that he was blindsided by the hustle, y'all. He said he began to make moves to free himself, but couldn't fully free himself until he stopped being quiet. Oh, how I feel bad for Levante. These people still playing in Levante's face. Said he can't open his mouth and help people and do all of these safe space teachings if he can't come out and tell the truth. His truth. He said, why did I expose everybody instead of just Larry Reid? He said, because secrets are the demonic covenant that binds all of Larry's network together. He says Larry and his camp would rather die before they choose exposure. Says he publicly participated into the covenant up until Thursday. I was so fucking confused. I was literally confused. I'm so damn confused how you saying that you publicly participated in the covenant until up to Thursday for 21 years. I was confused, Beat Mob. Was y'all confused? He said he had to publicly do the opposite to defy complicity. He said he spoke up to snatch the covers off the entire bed. He said there was a method to his madness, but it's not making sense to me. Said it wasn't, because I'm on Levantre's side. I told y'all from the beginning, I'm on Levantre Andrews' side. See, this shit don't add up, Vincent. Just keep it 100, bro. You don't have to manipulate and gaslight and tell everybody the truth is. Because you did a lot of fucked up shit, including to my auntie Kaya. You fucked up Jive stuff. You fucked up McCray stuff. Y'all done a lot of dirty shit. And I feel like you trying to run and tell everything before you get caught up in it. Said that his story, now he said that his personal story with Larry Reid is more sinister and dark than anything he said or that he told us thus far. He said that this exposure wasn't about money, y'all. He said he chose to leave Larry's money and he's better because he did it. Said he'll lose everything he owned before he live off another dirty dime again. He said that his heart can't do it again. He said he's not looking to get back at Larry because God is the judge, but he was over there with a tarot card reader, so he might do well, be in witchcraft. I don't know. Then he wrote a letter to Larry Reid. This is the letter to Larry Reid. I'm giving y'all some clip. He said he hasn't spoken to Larry since August of 2023. Now I'm finna reiterate this back again for y'all that's tuned in. Make sure you thumbs up the video, tag somebody, share this, because I want y'all to pay attention. Okay. He says that he hasn't spoken to Larry since August of 2023. Remember, Levantre did his interview with Tasha K in January 2023. So do you really believe Vincent when he says he did not know about Levantre's story until he spoke to Levantre? Do you really believe that? Look at the dates. He said that he learned this. Now, this is a letter to Larry Reid. Okay. He said he learned from the Breakthrough Church. He learned from the old Breakthrough Church days. And he said that Larry taught him how to track things. Says that Larry has the public opportunity to confront and atone, but instead he show up publicly and act unbothered. In his letter to Larry, he told Larry that he says, Larry, you tries to monetize off every situation. He said that some people say Larry is smart for monetizing off of these things, but he said that he feels sincerely grieved for him. Year after year, he says Larry ignores the incentives and reject divine chances to redeem himself. He says he cleansed his hands publicly, and Larry is probably bothered by all of this, like having slept. Just reading what I gathered in my notes. He said he would choose. Hold on, let me see. He said he would rather choose deception and go down as a loser than to take what feels like a loss, but it's really a win in truth. Says, wow, I won. He said, this isn't about money. It's about being free. But you could have freed yourself when Levantre Andrews came out in January 2023 and told the world that Larry Reid molested him. I still don't believe your story, Vincent. when you say that you did not know that Levontre Andrews was molested until you spoke to him? You had been in communication with his molester, his abuser, all the way up until August 2023, 7 months after Levontre and all of us bloggers and YouTubers covered the story. I'm just trying to get an understanding, Vincent. Why is you lying? Don't manipulate me. Don't gaslight me. Don't have us sitting up here thinking that you really don't want to live with what y'all did in your conscience and you really want to be free, when in reality, it was 7 months after Levontre. You mean to tell me that Larry didn't tell you not one time about Levontre? I'm just trying to understand. You knew about it the night that Levontre Andrews did the story with Tasha K, because you said that same night Larry came to your place. You said that Larry came to your place. Y'all sat out in the car. That's when you turned on your recorder and you got him all of that good stuff, right? But you want us to believe. I'm just see, that's why you got to, when you got to be very specific when you come to the internet trying to tell us a story with these days. We need dates and times because it don't make no sense to me. I'm just telling y'all, this is just me. This is just me. Says he finally won. Says he freed his soul. Says he is disheartened for those around Larry who remains unconsciously locked up because they don't have the internal infrastructure to set themselves free unless by Larry's leading. This is a letter he wrote to Larry. Says he wrote Larry because those around Larry need to do what he did Thursday and just be honest. Says Larry got to pay everybody to stop the lies. He said Larry got to pay this person to keep them shut up. He got to pay that person to keep them on the hush. He got to sue this person because they talking and trying to tell his secrets. He got to do all of this stuff. He won, he says. He says Larry set up a network that makes it impossible for God to truly access him or those connected to him. He said, why? He said, because God lives in truth. Well, if God lives in truth, why didn't you tell the truth? Why didn't you tell the truth? Now, I'm going to give Vincent the benefit of the doubt. When did you speak to Levontre? Did you speak to Levontre the same night that Larry called you to his home? Because if you did, I'll apologize for what I said that you knew. You get what I'm saying? But if you spoke to Levontre that same night, then I thought you probably would have said that you spoke to Levontre that same night. I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand, when did you speak to Levontre? Did anybody hear when he spoke to Levontre? I may have missed it, right? Okay. Says that Larry set up a network that makes it impossible for God to access him and anyone connected to him, okay? He said, live in the truth and you will dwell in God. Told Larry to tell his followers the truth. Tell them what you've done. He says it would really suck for him to move on from this season free, having experienced a cleanse of karma, while Larry returned right back to this place next year. Well, not next year, but to this place if Larry makes it. That's what he says. Vincent says he's never been a liar, but always been a beacon of truth. Says Larry knows his loyalty and commitment to the bigger picture is strong. Says his exposure of Larry should arrest Larry's attention to wake him the hell up. He says rather to attack his character, he wants Larry to respond to the allegations alleged. He tells Larry, go look Lisa in her face. Look her in her eyes and tell her it's true. Good God Almighty. That was basically everything. So here's my thoughts on all of this stuff. Like I said, I'm glad that Vincent finally decided to blow the whistle, right? Because I feel so bad for LaVontre. Even when I asked that question, did you go to the police, Raleigh police, to give a statement in support of LaVontre Andrews' allegations against Larry Reid? And he went all around this, instead of just saying no, he went all around and tried to explain. But I feel like that Vincent has come to the internet to release this stuff because something is about to go down and he does not want to be involved. Seems like he may have to show himself that he is doing the right thing by putting it out there. He'd rather deal with the humiliation and the roasting and the gagging and the people slapping him up and the LRLers, messing with him than go down in history, right? Or to go down, with Larry Reid for whatever is about to come his way. I don't know what's about to come his way, but I do want to know what he means if Larry makes it. I do want to know what he means by that. But at the end of the day, right, I don't think what Vincent told us Friday night about why he did it is his truth. Because some of the stuff he said just don't add up. And the reason why I say it don't add up, because when you go back and watch the video that you said Thursday, and listen and take notes to what you said Friday, it don't make sense. It don't. Because you told us, you didn't tell us when you spoke to LaVontre, but you did say you did not know. And you did say that night. What day was that night? That night, Larry called everybody into a room. You didn't know that night. So you mean to tell me that when you did find out on January the 15th, at no point did you reach out to LaVontre to ask LaVontre what happened the night that Larry pulled up to your house and sat in your car and that you put that audio recording on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the truth, Vincent? We glad you put this out because Larry is a sleaze bag. He's full of shit. He's sick as fuck. And I don't know how many motherfucking times I got to tell you that he's sick. He's dying because of his own consequences, not because of nobody else. See, stop playing with God. But at the end of the day, Kendall and them ain't about to come out. All them niggas about. Listen, they gonna have to decide, do I want to go get a real job or do I want to keep covering this up? But to know that LaVontre, to know that you left in 2018, you came back in 2021. No, you left in 2018. Yep, came back in 2021. Left again in February of 2022. Things had changed according to you. You say you made money. Let me join this. What changed? What changed from when you said in the video Thursday about all these allegations and all this stuff going on, and then you come back in 2021 and you wanted to try something new, things had changed, you want to get in and get you some money. What was that? What changed? Was they not still hoeing? Was they not still fucking? Was they preaching more? Was they doing what was they doing? And then you said you had not spoke to him since August. The last time you spoke was August of 2023. The last time you spoke to him in August 2023, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, 6 months, you were still connected to him somehow, because that's what you said. You said all the way up. So, I mean, that's what he said. He said he was connected to him all the way up until Thursday. You were still in this darkness all the way up to Thursday, but you cut him off in 2023 in August. So 6 months, a 6 months gap. It's now February 2024, and I'm just confused, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. These would be questions I will ask him. And I hope whoever do the interview, you get these questions and ask him. Ask him these questions, because this is what I analyzed from what he said. I don't believe what Vincent said Thursday is a true story. I don't believe. Now, Larry is guilty. Larry has been caught. But the reasoning for behind Vincent doing this, I don't believe it's because he wanted to clear his karma and free his soul. I don't believe it, because you had the opportunity to do that in January 2023 and you didn't. And you want us to believe that you did not know about Levante Andrews' story? Stop lying. You knew about his story, Vincent. You knew about his story. Ain't no way you and that raggedy ass bald-headed lesion head Larry was that close like y'all claim, and he ain't tell you about none of this. So you saying that Levante was his first experience. And then in an old video, when Larry was over there with Mandy Manhor and Stuart the writer and all these other people over there, he wanted to make like he wasn't gay. Kept saying, I'm not gay, I'm not gay. But then they was asking him, have you ever sucked a man off it? And he was like, yeah, but it was because he was molested. Saying that he was molested by this person. And that person that was molested by that person. It's a family full of predators. That's why Larry is doing what he's doing. Because it was done to him by somebody that it was done to him by. I just don't believe that they didn't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all. I'm sorry. I don't, you know, I just wanted to get my reaction on it. Everybody else gave their reaction. Everybody else said what they had to say. I'm giving my reaction and saying what I had to say. I just honestly believe that what he told us Thursday is not why now. It's not the truth. No. Now, I'm not saying it was about money. I'm not saying that he's blowing the whistle because he ain't got his last payment no more. I'm not saying that. Because I'm sure he could have got more money out of Larry if he chose to stay quiet. He probably did not come out and say anything because he wanted to make sure that the agreement that him and Larry had about paying him what Larry owed him was still going to get done. That's what I believe. I believe that's what it was. It was still going to get done. Okay, because you ain't finna talk about your boss and then expect them to pay you, especially when you got somebody like Larry Reid. This ain't like McDonald's. This ain't like Burger King where you could go online and slander them hoes and dog them hoes out about how nasty them old ass fries and how hard that goddamn bread that they send down that toaster is. You get what I'm saying? And how all these hoes ain't washing their hands and you ain't got no hairnets. It's different because you can talk shit about them and still get your check. But Larry, you ain't gonna talk about Larry and still think you're gonna get your money. So instead of telling us that you wanted to cleanse your soul, you should just came out and told us, y'all, I just wanted to make sure my check was still gonna be there. That's all. All I wanted to do was make sure my check was still gonna be there. I knew about it all. I knew about it when it happened. I knew about it all. I didn't say nothing, you know. And I believe that when you left in 2022, that you know, you weren't gonna say nothing because you still knew Larry had owed you. But I'm just these are my listen. These are my opinions. These are my opinions. Okay. He said, yeah. He said he was STRAIGHT. I'm just saying, I just want y'all to think about that. Because I was supporting Vincent. I really was. But I was like, I kept saying to myself, I said, I don't believe that this man did not know. And then when I watched his first video Thursday, and then I watched the one he did Friday, that gave me my answers. So instead of me playing the whole video for y'all, I decided to do clips. If you go watch the video, everything that I told y'all in the clips tonight is exactly what he said. Some of the things are verbatim of what he said. But Vincent, I just see, this is the thing. And I don't want people to take the heat off of Larry, because Larry deserves to have the heat. And Vincent, you gonna get the heat too, because everybody don't believe you did not know, bruh. You could have kept that. I could have wrote you a better PR response than that. Because you have to think about how other people are going to think and what they're going to perceive it as. It has to be genuine. If it's not genuine, then you're going to find yourself in this situation right here. You get what I'm saying? So I don't believe that Larry, that Vincent, you know, I don't believe that Vincent, you know, I just don't believe his story. When it comes to cleansing, you probably got cleansed now that the people don't roast you down to the ground after you dropped that damn video Thursday night. You probably done got your ass cleansed now, but I don't believe before then. I just don't believe it. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me see if I go find this video real quick. Woo. All right, let me see something real quick. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I don't. Okay, so hold on. This is from Craig, the writer. Okay, hold on. Let me share this screen because we got to hear this. We got to yeah, hold on. Okay. Let me see. This is Larry. I don't know what year this is, but it was one of them years that Larry was claiming he was STRAIGHT. Claiming he was straight, but you know, the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Craig,
wait. Larry is what?
Oh, STRAIGHT.
Oh, I didn't know that.
me either. That was my next answer. That was
Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. That's 3 years ago. All right, y'all. Let me say this. So, me and Jazz, we are cool. We're back cool. We talked. We had a grown man conversation today. And of course, we're going to talk about everything that transpired. And of course, y'all already know Big Buggy Boy is the reason behind everything. Like I said, I'm really open to reconciling with Jazz because we never had no problems before. We never had no issues before. This is something, and you know, when you have a middle person that's keeping up drama, you know, saying one thing about a person, lying to one person, saying that a person said something, and then come back to that person and say the other person said something, and it's a lie. So me and my brother, cool. We talked it out. We good. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna definitely chop it up and talk about it. But this was 3 years ago. Josh said this was 3 years ago. Okay, now this is funny right here. This Ratchet, we watched this last night. This was so hilarious.
But I went around for like 2 or 3 weeks. I mean,
listen,
yeah.
if y'all can respect me as she, respect him as
Hold
he,
on.
goddamn it.
Let me run it back.
No. On the video, as I sip on my fresh
Oh,
ST during this video.
Larry,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Craig,
wait. Larry is what?
Oh, STRAIGHT.
Oh, I didn't know that.
me either. That was my next answer. That was
But I
my
went
next
around for like 2 or 3 weeks. I mean,
Listen, if y'all can respect me as she, respect him as he, goddamn it.
No. I know he's a he.
Craig, what you saying?
I know he's a he. I just.
Larry, are you former LGBTQ, Larry?
no, I'm not former LBGT. I just found out about. I really got educated through Maddie. No, I'm
Well,
not.
Larry, let me ask you a question. Would you get your dick sucked by a man?
Oh, somebody shoot me right now.
Well, it's hard to say because I actually have, but I got to explain it.
Oh, but I got to explain.
I have one question. So So not only have you had your dick sucked, but have you ever put your penis in a gay man? No, you gotta
Let me explain.
You gotta explain. So look, here's the question. So not only have you had your dick sucked by a man, but have you ever put your penis in a man?
Yes, but let me explain.
Okay, let me kind of give y'all some context of what's going on. Let me give y'all some context. So in this video, Craig had talked about, you know, how he already had knew that during this episode that Larry was LGBT and known that he was gay and known that he had been messing around with Vincent. Okay. So the questions that Craig is asking Larry, I don't want y'all to think that he talking about the, you know, being molested, because Larry's going to talk about, yeah, he did that because he was molested. But Craig is going to say, you know, did you do that with an adult and not, you know, we understand the minor, but did you do it with an adult? Because they already know that Larry is lying about being gay. Okay. So I just want to kind of give y'all, you know, some understanding.
Explain.
Okay, but while you explain, I'm gonna go over
So you are former LGBTQ. Because after he's gonna find out what's going on with Boosie. This gonna answer Boosie question. He's gonna find out what's going on with Boosie when he's playing.
Let me explain.
When did you retire?
No. Let me explain. Now, those that follow the platform know my entire story. I've been very open about it.
Well, come on, they don't know your story.
I don't know your story.
We open up here. We open here.
From earliest I can remember, and I've said this on how many interviews, the earliest thing I can remember as a child, the first thought is the smell of another man's crotch.
Oh.
Because I was consistently and repeatedly all the way up until 12 years old. Actually, I was just turning 13.
Oh.
Over and over with tricks of my cousins. Two outside of them, 2 of them were female, but the other 6 were male. And so that happened to me all of my life, all the way up until almost 13 years old. So
what was you smelling crotches happened all your life?
No, I was forced to give fellatio. I was given fellatio. Okay, and I actually, one of them that was I'm not gonna put their name out there because they have a family and everything now. And
you don't need no more lawsuits.
And I was able to talk from over there.
I was able to talk to him and kind of find out the same thing was done to him in our family. See, our family is full of preachers and prophets and musicians, and
full of predators, because you know the same thing, you know, that was done to the person that was molesting you, forcing you, was done to him, and look what you doing. I'm just, you know, I didn't know that was going on in the family. I thought it was just me and a couple of more that told me as I got older. But
so how long? Hold on. How long has it been since you was a former LGBTQ member?
And here's the addendum to his question. And were the times that you performed fellatio only when you were minor, or were you of adult mind?
Oh, I was no. That's not at 12.
He wanted to say he was an adult, and then hold on. Listen to what he about to say. This is so crazy.
At 12, 13 years old, you're adult. But then this is what happened later on.
I mean like adult.
Hold on. I'm about to tell you what happened to me when I was almost 17 years old. So this is what happened. So then I was already in the church as a musician, playing, doing drums, piano, organ, and all of that. So now that I think about it, it may have something to do with sort of what I'm doing now.
I'm gonna go ahead and send you my toys anyway.
Okay. So y'all heard it. Larry Reid said that he was straight, STRAIGHT. That nigga ain't never been straight a day in his motherfucking life. Just as white as this wall is, it's been just this, you know. And I'm just trying to understand, do y'all see how thick Larry is in that picture? Matter of fact, let me show y'all this. Hold on. Do y'all see how puffy he was? You remember I was telling y'all that Larry was puffy as hell. He looked thick up in the head. Look at him. He was thick in the head. He was round. He was looking like one of Thais' kneecaps. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He was looking like one of Tyrese's motherfucking kneecaps in the face. And now he over this motherfucker looking like the Crip King. Larry out here in these streets looking like one of them faces that's on his damn wall. You know what? I'm just trying to understand why in the hell is you out here doing the same thing that them people. I just think it's a family and it's a whole tree line of it. It's a whole lineage of them out here in these streets that's doing this shit. Larry, you finna go down. Now, like I said, Vincent, I don't understand now. I done caught you in some lies, Vincent. I done caught you in some lies, sir. I'm gonna reach out to you, see if I can get a statement about these lies that you done told. Because, and let me just reiterate to y'all, I read some clips from from Friday night that Vincent had done. Okay. And he said that he had left Larry's network and Larry in 2018. Okay. And he said that the same kind of darkness that was on the network was in him. And that's why he could leave Larry and them and come back, because although he left Larry and them, the darkness didn't leave him. So he was basically saying that he had, this shit was already in him before he even went to Larry and them. But he left in 2018, came back in 2021, left in 2022, last spoke to Larry in August of 2023. Levante did his story with Tasha K in January of 2023. 7 months later, in August 2023, last time you talked to Larry. 6 months later, February, you put this out here. So I'm trying to understand, was it about you getting cleansed and cleansing your karma, or was it about you making sure that you still get your money? So the best thing you gonna do is hush and shut up and don't say nothing. Because I don't believe, like I said earlier, that you didn't know about Levante's story. And I don't believe that when you came and told us why now Friday, that was the reason. No, that was not the reason. Because if you go back to Thursday in the video that you dropped in a 45-minute video you dropped, you put a text message up there of an agreement that you and Larry had about money he owed you. So of course you weren't going to say nothing until you got your damn money. But don't come online trying to gaslight us and make us think, that it was because you wanted to cleanse your karma. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. Yeah, he knew. He knew what this boy was going through. Now, I'm not on Larry's side because I don't give a fuck about Larry. Fuck Larry. I don't care about him. I'm just saying I care more about Levante Andrew and how y'all still playing in his face. We knew Andrew was telling the truth from the beginning. Levante, when he was telling the truth from the beginning, we knew it. We knew it. We knew it. But you confirmed his story. But I still want to know why now. Just keep it 100. I'd rather for you to tell it, because when you look at the timeline, y'all, if you go back and listen to what he said Thursday, listen to his video in its entirety, what he said Friday, and you sit down and you put it together like I did, it's not going to make any sense. I promise you. It's not going to make no type of sense whatsoever what he said of the reason why he did this. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not going to make no sense. It's not going to make no sense. First of all, I want to know, why do everybody come to you for these things? You need to clarify. When you're making a video about molestation, addressing something, you need to clarify. You said that people come to you and put most fires out in the church, but you didn't tell us what type of fires. So I want to know, when you say that Larry came to you, or Shamako told Larry to come to you because you know how to handle these things, and this conversation was regarding Levante, who alleged that Larry molested him. You knew the night that Larry came to your house and sat in the car and talked to you about Levante. Did you reach out to him then? You didn't tell us. When did you reach out to Levante? You are leaving questions unanswered. You need to think about what people are going to ask you when you do this stuff, so that you don't have to deal with this. You said he came, he said he could now clearly see the mess that he was in and how it almost consumed his life. You can see now that you done got your last money. Now, I'm not saying that he's mad because the money got quiet or the money ran out. I'm not saying that, because they had an agreement. What I'm saying is that he wasn't going to say nothing or he did not say nothing because he was still getting paid by Larry from that agreement that Larry and him made, okay, for the money that Larry owed Vincent. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He said he was the fifth. That's all I'm saying. Do y'all understand where I'm coming from? They said no woman wants Larry Elder. No decent man is going to really love him. He's not an honest man. His wife now knows he was screwing all those years. Yeah, he was fucking while she was married. Yeah, he knew. This is why God warns you about worshiping and putting your faith in a man idol. Exactly. So he's the cleaner. Exactly. So that's all I got to say. That's my thoughts about this. I just wanted to come live and give y'all a little review about that on tonight. But listen, we will be live tomorrow. Okay. Who we talking about tomorrow? I'm gonna talk about, I think I'm trying to decide if I want to release this Apostle Travis Jennings recordings or not. Let me see. I'm thinking about if I want to release them recordings tonight. We got a big show tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in. We definitely gonna be talking about John Tyrone Johnson, okay, out there in LA, who got online and lied and said that I was under federal investigation in the Shanquella Robinson case about how I got all of this tea and this information about this case. So, you know, we're gonna talk about that. Y'all already know. Be here early, 7:30 p.m. It's going down because I'm gonna roast that motherfucker. Till I can't roast his ass no more. We might go 2 hours just straight roasting because I'm gonna show you, bitch, and I'm gonna make you pay, ho, for the lies you told. So y'all make sure y'all be here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank y'all so much for coming on. Let me see. They said keep your foot on his neck. Exactly. I wonder if he banging out that Kindle dude that works for him. Hell yeah. Drag her. Lisa likes women, though. Listen, I need everybody in the chat right now to drop an egg. Drop the egg emoji. They said you flamed him early. Oh, that one nut. Look, drop the egg emoji. I need everybody to drop the egg emoji on tonight. Drop the egg emoji in the motherfucking chat because that's what we going to use because I don't believe that nigga can walk. I've been saying it since the beginning of time. Goddamn, King Jai's been knowing this motherfucker for 3 years, and he said that the motherfucker ain't got up and walked either. We don't know what he looked like. So tomorrow, when them hoes come in here with them raggedy ass green hearts, okay, we gonna bust them. We gonna split them hearts right in the middle because we gonna throw these motherfucking eggs. Okay. We gonna throw them goddamn eggs. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I love y'all, Big Mom. Listen, we back tomorrow. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night, y'all. Peace.